Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As the title says, in today's video, I'll be reacting to the court document that most or some people are referencing on YouTube regarding Boo is Back and Alicia Kim. But before I get into my video, if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you will not miss a video when I post. If you are returning, thank you so much for clicking on the video, and I really appreciate your love and your comments, whether they're positive, negative, whatever way. This is all free speech and I don't discriminate. So if you want to make a comment, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna hear you out, but if I don't agree with it, I'm gonna tell you respectfully. Okay, so this is a safe space. You can say whatever you want if you're listening to my video, as long as you do it respectfully. So guys, let me get straight into the video. So I've seen a lot of people reacting to this document. I was able to find bits and pieces of the document on the internet. I know their names, and it's not my business to put the business out there in the street. But what I do want to say is, based on the bits and pieces that I've read, okay, because I haven't been able to really put it all together because there's several documentation, okay? And so basically, we know that Boo wanted his channel back. That was a part of his request in this divorce. He wanted the channel back. He wanted to have access to it. I don't know if he could do that because that's a hard thing to do, because when it comes to AdSense, once it's associated with an account, it's really strict and they don't allow you to change certain things. So that might be hard, but it's worth trying. He can do it. The second thing that he asked for was spousal support, okay? It is normal for men in America to ask for spousal support. It doesn't make him a mama man, or what you guys in the Jamaican community are saying, okay? If you've been accustomed to a certain lifestyle, okay, and you know, you feel as though you've contributed to this person, right, their earnings while you were married, it's fair to ask. It doesn't mean you're gonna get it, and it doesn't mean that you're trying to take advantage of someone or you're trying to get money from someone because you have less money. That's not what it means, okay? Not in all cases. In most cases, people just walk away and they don't ask for anything and just let bygones be bygones. But in this case, that's not what he did, respectfully. And I mean, I don't know if you guys are following Cardi B. She's getting a divorce from Offset, and she is holding up every single thing in the case because he's asking for support. He's asking for her main property, which again, the judge can decide to give him a portion of it. She has to sell it, but it's normal to put these things on the table. It doesn't mean one person is right and one person is wrong. It's just a part of negotiation. I don't know if you guys understand how negotiation works, how legal contract works. It's a legal thing. It's not personal, okay? It's not a reflection of who you are as a person. Maybe to y'all it might be, but this happens all the time, okay? I'm not taking any sides. It's up to those parties to have discussions, right? And come back to the judge and decide who's gonna get what. I know you guys wanna think the judge decided that this is how it's gonna go, but you may be wrong. I may be wrong. We don't know how it all went down in the end, because you have to go out and discuss and come back to the judge and say what you can live with. You guys don't know if he agreed to it in the end. You don't know if he said, okay, I want money, but in the end he said, what? I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to give it to you. We don't know. She hasn't spoken. You only have a document in front of you that's saying that what? He got what he asked for. You guys don't know a lot. There are a lot of anomalies in this document that you don't know and you're not privy to even draw any conclusion, to come and say that, see, the document proved that he was wrong. The document proved that he was wrong. You guys don't know. You don't know down in the weeds what happened. You only have a high level court document that tells you at the end of the day, the plaintiff and the defendant, more than likely, they had to do mediation. Do you know what that means? That means you had to go, talk it through, come up with something and see what you can live with and what you can't live with. More than likely, most judges, when it comes to divorces, they're not going to just say, hey, this is what Boo's going to get and this is what Alicia's going to get. They have you mediate. They have you come to a conclusion and write down what you're okay with living with. Can you maybe fathom that maybe he gave her everything and walked away with nothing because he didn't want to fight her, because he knew that letting her have everything was the right thing to do? Can you guys fathom that? Instead of pointing the fingers and saying, hey, the judge decides, see, we have the document. Y'all out there that are Boo Nation, the Boo Nation, y'all are wrong. You guys don't know how to do analysis. And you don't have everything it takes. So if you're going to say something, at least include maybe this could have happened this way and maybe it could have happened that way. But without facts pointing to anything, I can't say with certainty that the judge came up with this. I can't. And I can't with certainty say the judge didn't come up with this, right? Not unless you talk to Alicia Kim. So for all of y'all out there analyzing the document, did you talk to Alicia Kim to confirm how they came to this conclusion in the divorce decree? I know, again, we're just beating our gums, but I just hate to see people talking and don't really understand procedurally, right, how things work. And it don't work like how y'all think it works. That's not how the court of law works. The judge don't just say, hey, this is what's going to happen. The party, the lawyers, everybody got to come to an agreement. And at some point, somebody got to yield. Okay? Sort of like what I'm saying right now. If she really liked her ex-husband, right, and she wanted to make him look good in some form of light, this is the chance to do so. In spite of y'all trying to take digs at this man, how about you thank him for some of the stuff that he did for her? Yeah, she's a progressive young lady. Yeah, it look like she don't care, but that's what it looked like. We don't know. Okay? We don't know. Why not just encourage them to work it out amicably? Why not encourage them? Why not say, hey, you know what? Y'all need to come to an agreement and decide amicably that y'all are going to take this off the media and call it truce. Why y'all egging her on? Why y'all dissing the ex-husband Boo? I don't like that. It's not that I don't like her and it's not that I like him better. I just don't like for people to take ill treatment of somebody because you feel as though he's the underserved, he's the underdog, he's the elder, and he should have known better. Yeah, he probably should have known better, but none of us could say what we gonna do when we in love, okay? When you in love, it trumps all your senses and all your decision-making skills. I'm sure lots of you could go back and say, only if I could have done it differently, I would have done it differently. And it's okay. It's okay to make bad decisions. It's not the end of the world. And I am going to say I support Boo. I support Boo. And whoever want to say for him to be quiet, y'all need to be quiet. Because y'all don't get it and y'all don't understand. It's a lot of things you don't understand. You're basing it off of your cultural ways of thinking. Think outside of Jamaica, okay? Think outside of how things work in other countries beside Jamaica. I want for y'all just to sit back and take a pause right now and think about it. Think about it like you lived in America in a first world country. Think about it. And for all of the ones that migrated and you're in the diaspora, shame on you for attacking Boo, and shame on you for not trying to see things in a righteous way, in a logical way, okay? Stop trying to say, oh, he wrong, he wrong, he wrong. The document says so. I don't know what y'all are looking at, but y'all need to go back to the drawing board. Your lawyer skills are third grade level and not up to par, okay? You don't have all the information, so y'all need to stop it respectfully. So guys, comment down below. I'm heated. I'm sorry, I'm not heated. Comment down below. I'm passionate about this. I don't love Boo because I'm on his team. I'm just on the team of fair. Do y'all understand that word? Fair and equitable. Do you all understand what that means? It means that you're going to give people a fair shot. You're not going to discriminate against them based on your biases. And that's what a lot of y'all are doing. Okay, I know y'all want to take sides. I know you want to slander him. I know you want to say all of this, but you need to stop. Regardless how he end up with this young lady, whether or not somebody hooked him up, whether or not he could have found somebody in the United States of America. People go on Tinder. People go on all of those dating sites. Okay, and nobody bashed them, right? But it's because, you know, he's elderly and y'all feel like y'all could bash him. But nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So again, I'm out. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, Team Alicia, Team Boo. We on every team. I'm on the right team. I'm on the team of righteousness. That's what I'm on. Okay? Let's get it together. We're a community here. It's not that I'm a woman bashing a woman. I'm just saying we're a community here. Can we work on standing on some standards? Can we work on standing on making things right? I know we all got a lot of trauma, but if you're getting it wrong, just look within yourself and say, dang, this could be my father. This could be my uncle. Somebody could do this to my own son, my nephew. Okay? Somebody could do it to them and vice versa. So guys, the conclusion I want to make about all that I've said, all that I've rambled about, you know, you might say she just talks too much. She just talked too much. The conclusion that I want to make is when you look within the court document, you're seeing a final decision. And it doesn't mean it's a final decision from the judge. Okay. It could mean it's a final decision that both parties have mediated and agreed on. So you cannot come to the conclusion that the judge saw all through Boo and he favored Alicia, and that's why she was able to not have to pay spousal support, not have to do certain things. We don't really know because nothing in the document says that. Okay? And when you are going through a divorce, you have to go back and forth and negotiate and come back to the table and go back to the table and go back to the table. And sometimes people get tired and they just give up. They just say, okay, you can have it all. And it doesn't mean that the judge decided that someone was wrong. So I want for y'all to understand that that's not how it works. Okay? But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. And feel free to say what you think. I mean, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I mean, we all have an opinion. We all can say what we need to say and, respectfully have a good dialogue about this. This is clearly something that is really passionate for a lot of people, mostly the women, because they feel as though women have been wronged in most instances, and boo just need to get on and don't say anything. So they don't even care whether he's right or wrong, or she's right or she's wrong.